Yo, tech nerds and curious humans, welcome to Harryverse, where we make AI so fun. Even your grandma will want a ChatGPT tattoo. Today, we are diving into OpenAI. You know, the brainets behind ChatGPT, the AI that's probably smarter than my goldfish. But seriously, I have got burning questions. Can OpenAI teach my dog to fetch my coffee? Is ChatGPT secretly judging my typos in group chats? Like, bro, it's you are, not yours. And wild thought, can OpenAI write a rom-com starring me and a robot? Stick around, because we are unpacking what OpenAI is, why it's the king of the AI revolution, and if it's actually smarter than your furry bestie. Let's get this artificial intelligence party started.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our mission, as always, is pretty straightforward. Cut through the noise for you. We find the essential info so you can get up to speed fast. Today, we're tackling OpenAI. You know, the company behind some seriously big AI stuff lately.
Yeah, and we're using a source article called Decoding OpenAI, AI's Hogwarts Explained. Bit of a playful title, but it promises a good look at what can be, well, a pretty complex topic. Fits our goal perfectly.
Exactly. We want to get past the headlines, understand what OpenAI really is and why everyone's talking about it. Okay, so let's start there. What is OpenAI, basically?
Well, at its core, it's an AI research company. They build intelligent tools. And that Hogwarts analogy from the article, it's actually pretty good. Forget wizards, think like nerds training algorithms.
Nerds training algorithms that do seem almost magical sometimes, right? We're talking ChatGPT, Dall-E.
CRISPR, Codex.
Yeah, those are the big ones, the ones most people have heard of. The article even throws in another analogy, OpenAI, as Nick Fury, assembling the AI Avengers. Huh? I like that, pulling together these super-powered AIs. So who actually started this AI Hogwarts? Who's behind it?
It kicked off back in 2015. Founders included some big names like Elon Musk, Sam Altman, others too. And interestingly, it started as a nonprofit with a very ambitious goal.
Okay, what was that mission?
Officially. Ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Or, as the article puts it more simply, let's build super smart machines that don't try to take over the world.
Right. A goal most of us can probably get behind. Okay, so a research company building powerful AI for everyone's benefit. Let's get into those tools then. Chat.GPT is probably the most famous one right now. What's the deal there?
Yeah, Chat.GPT. Think of it like that friend who's always super helpful, maybe too helpful sometimes. It's a language model. It can write essays, emails, code. Even the article mentions writing a rap battle between Newton and Einstein.
Seriously, a rap battle?
Apparently. It understands language, context, and replies in a really intelligent, human-like way. Technically, it uses something called a transformer model, trained on just massive amounts of text. It learns the patterns.
Fascinating. So it's not just repeating info, it's generating new creative stuff.
Yeah.
What about Dall-E then? That's the image one, right?
Exactly. Dall-E is like your dream-powered painter. You give it a text prompt. The article uses the example cat in space eating pizza.
Okay.
And boom, it creates an image. No Photoshop skills needed, just words.
From text to image, just like that. Wild. And Codex. Sounds a bit more technical.
It is. Codex is the geeky coder cousin, as the article says. You can tell it, build me a calculator app, and it spits out the code. JavaScript, Python, whatever you need, often.
Wow. So it translates plain English into actual working code.
Pretty much. It's actually the tech behind GitHub Copilot, which you might have heard of.
Ah, right. The AI coding assistant. Makes sense.
Yeah, helps programmers write code faster, suggests things.
Okay, that's a clear practical use. What about the last one, Whisper?
Whisper is all about audio. Transcription, specifically. It's really good at turning speech into text, even if the audio quality isn't great. Think podcasts, YouTube videos. The article jokes about it handling your uncle's bad mic audio.
Huh. We could all use that sometimes. Okay, so writing, images, code, audio transcription. That's quite the lineup. How do these things actually work, though? Teaching a machine to write like a human still feels a bit like science fiction.
Well, the article uses another good analogy here. Imagine teaching a toddler, right? But instead of showing them picture books, you show them Basically the entire internet.
The entire internet.
Well, huge chunk of it anyway.
Yeah.
Billions and billions of words for ChatGPT. Books, articles, websites. It learns the patterns, the structure, how humans put words together.
But doesn't actually know things, does it? Like understand concepts.
That's the key thing. No, it doesn't understand like we do. It doesn't have consciousness or real-world knowledge. It's incredibly good at predicting the next word.
Right.
Based on all that data, what would a human likely say next? The article calls it autocomplete from another dimension, which is kind of spot on.
Autocomplete from another dimension. I like that. Highly sophisticated pattern matching then. So, given all this, why is OpenAI such a big deal right now? Why is it so important?
Because they're not just building this stuff in a lab, they're making it accessible. And that's changing, well, potentially everything. Education, writing, coding, design, business, science. Making these advanced tools available to regular people, not just researchers. That lowers the barrier to entry for so many things. It could really democratize a lot of innovation.
Could you give some examples? How are people actually using this stuff day to day?
Oh, all sorts. The article mentions kids using it for homework help, though, ethically that's a whole discussion. Startups using it for pitch decks, marketing copy, people using it for fun, like writing quirky birthday messages, even for things like generating SEO keywords, potentially. It's really about empowering people to do things faster, or maybe things they couldn't do before.
Making advanced AI practical, not just theoretical. But it's not perfect, is it? Are there downsides? Things to watch out for?
Definitely. It's crucial to remember these things aren't infallible. They can be wrong. The article uses the term hallucinates, which sounds dramatic, but it fits. Sometimes the AI will state something completely incorrect, but sound totally confident about it.
Hallucinates. Wow. Like what?
Well, the funny example in the source was ChatGPT confidently listing 10 fruits invented by NASA.
Fruits invented by NASA. Okay, yeah, that's not a thing.
Exactly. It sounds plausible, maybe, if you don't think about it, but it's totally made up. So the point is, you can't just blindly trust everything it outputs. Fact-checking is still really important, especially for critical stuff.
Good advice. Don't let the confidence fool you. Check the facts. Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive here, what's the big picture on OpenAI?
I think the main takeaway is that OpenAI isn't just the ChatGPT company. They're a major force pushing AI forward, and maybe more importantly, putting these powerful tools into more people's hands. The article calls them the studio behind the AI blockbusters. They're kind of redefining how we work, learn, create.
Reshaping the landscape for sure. So here's something to chew on for you listening. Now that these tools are becoming more available, how could you maybe use them? Could they help you brainstorm, create things, solve problems in your own work or life? Something to think about.
Yeah, definitely worth exploring. And just remember, this field moves fast. Keep an eye on it. Stay curious, because it's going to keep changing things.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of OpenAI. Until next time, keep digging deeper.
And that's the tea on OpenAI. From writing poems to maybe, just maybe, outsmarting your pup, this AI revolution is wild. If you laugh, learn, or just vibe, smash that like button harder than ChatGPT crushes trivia night. Drop a comment. What's the craziest thing you would ask OpenAI to do? Write a rap about your cat. Plan a Marshall vacation. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next best comedy venture.